Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to our technical presentation on React.js and its application in our project. I'm Ritika, and I'm joined by my teammates, Mohammed, Radia, and Syed. Today, we'll walk you through why we chose React.js and how it supports our platform and some core programming concepts that underpin our work. Okay, so as for the project overview, it is a web-based platform that connects skill seekers with skill providers, creating a trusted community-driven space for skill exchange. Our platform includes key features such as secure booking system, role-based access, real-time messaging, and more features that are designed to provide the user with a seamless and smooth experience. We used React.js as our front-end framework, and in the upcoming slides, we'll explain why React stood out to us compared to any other frameworks that we used. Okay, as for the introduction, React is a powerful open source TypeScript library developed by Facebook, designed specifically for building dynamic user interfaces. It was designed with the idea of being able to break down the UI into different reusable components, which makes it more manageable, scalable, and modular. We chose React.js for our project because it aligns perfectly with our goals for building a fast, responsive, and scalable platform. Skillshare relies heavily on real-time user interactions, like searching for skills, booking sessions, and messaging between users. React's virtual DOM enables efficient updates, which helps us deliver a more smooth and responsive user experience during this frequent state changes. Another reason is React's component-based architecture. It allows us to develop a more modular UI elements that are reusable and easy to maintain. For example, a profile card or a booking form can be built once and reused across multiple views. This sped up development and helps us keep the code base clean and organized. And it also supports seamless integration with modern libraries and tools, which we leverage to make our platform mobile friendly and scalable. React is especially relevant to Skillshare because of how it supports single-page application structure. This means users can navigate through the platform without experiencing full-page reloads, resulting in a much smoother and faster user experience. React also enables real-time UI updates, which we use heavily in features like instant booking confirmations and messaging. And finally, mobile-based responsiveness was a major goal. React works with all the modern styling tools and libraries like Tailwind CSS or Material UI, making it easier to ensure that our platform looks more clean and feels great on all screen sizes.
Why is React helpful? One of the biggest advantages of React is how it supports rapid development through reusable components. Instead of rewriting code for similar UI elements, we can create a single component, like a skill listing or chat message, and reuse it across multiple parts of our app. This reusability not only saves us time, but also reduces errors and makes the code more maintainable. If we need to update the look or behavior of a component, we do it in one place and it will reflect across the platform. Also, because of the virtual DOM, real-time updates happen quickly and efficiently, which improves responsiveness and is perfect for dynamic features like booking status and messaging notifications. Finally, we prioritize a mobile-first experience. React works well with responsive design tools and libraries, making it easy to create a clean and accessible UI across all devices. This was essential for us since we want users to access Skillshare seamlessly, whether they're on a laptop or a phone. React can also help with scalability since it is built to handle that. Its component-based architecture allows us to keep our code modular and organized. So whether we're adding new features like admin dashboards, skill badges, or enhanced filtering tools, we can do so without rewriting or disrupting the existing code base. This makes our development process more efficient and our platform easier to maintain in the long run. React also plays a big role in delivering a clear and consistent user experience. It uses a declarative programming style, which means we define how the UI should look based on the application state, and React handles updating it automatically. For example, toggling a search filter or opening a modal doesn't require complex logic. It's all managed cleanly through state changes. This results in fewer bugs, smoother transitions, and a more predictable interface overall. In a platform like Skillshare, where users rely on clarity and responsiveness, having that kind of control over the user interface is essential. Life without React. If we didn't use React, our development process would be significantly slower. Without reusable components, we'd have to rebuild the same UI logic over and over again, wasting time and increasing the risk of errors. The user experience would also take a hit. Without React's virtual DOM, changes in state, like sending a message or updating a booking, would cause inefficient and laggy re-renders, leading to noticeable performance issues. And as our platform grows, maintenance would become a bigger challenge. Managing complex features like admin dashboards, real-time updates, or different user views would be harder without React's modular, scalable architecture. React also plays a big role in making our UI responsive and consistent across devices. Without it, creating a smooth mobile-first experience would be harder, especially without its ecosystem of layout tools and design libraries. Another big loss would be community support. React has one of the largest developer communities out there. Without access to its shared knowledge, plugins, and solutions, our team would face slower debugging, steeper learning curves, and fewer plug and play options. Overall, React isn't just a convenience, it's a core part of building a fast, scalable, and user focused platform that can grow with our community.
Now, description of React. So React is all about reusable, composable components, each component being a small independent piece of the UI that can manage its own state and be reused across different parts of the application. This modular approach makes the codebase cleaner, more organized, and much easier to scale. To handle state and logic within components, React gives us hooks. With hooks like useState, useEffect, and useContext, we can manage state and side effect directly in functional components without a need for a class-based syntax. This simplifies the code, improves readability, and makes it easier to reuse logic across different parts of the app. One of the features that makes React unique is TSX, syntax extension that lets us write HTML-like code inside of TypeScript. It helps us clearly define our UI structure within our component code, making everything easier to understand. Behind the scenes, tools like Babel compile TSX into regular TypeScript. React also has a powerful ecosystem. It works seamlessly with tools like React Router for navigation, Redux for state management, and Axios for API requests. On top of that, its large and active community means we have access to endless learning resources, third-party libraries, and continuous improvements, making it ideal for both beginners and large-scale projects. Uh, Now moving on to our competing technologies. So one of the technologies we were considering instead of React was Angular, which is also a popular front-end framework. Angular is a full-fledged framework developed by Google. It comes with a lot of built-in tools like routing, forms, and services, and it uses TypeScript by default, which adds strong typing and structure to large code bases. It's particularly well suited for large enterprise-scale applications. However, compared to React, Angular has a steeper learning curve and can feel a bit rigid due to its opinionated structure. This can make onboarding slower, especially for fast-moving student projects like ours. It also requires a heavier setup, which can slow down initial development. In our case, React's lightweight component-based architecture gives us more flexibility and control, which is ideal for modular features like profile cards, search filters, and bookings in our app. The other competing technology was Vue.js, which is also another strong contender in the front-end space. It is known for being beginner-friendly and easy to learn. It's lightweight, flexible, and which makes it a great choice for building small to medium apps quickly. But compared to React, Vue has a smaller ecosystem and fewer community resources. It also doesn't quite scale as well when building complex multi-role platforms like ours. So while Vue is great for getting started quickly, we chose React because it provides better long-term scalability, is more widely supported, and aligns better with the evolving needs of our platform.
Now we'll walk now we'll walk through a quick demo about using React as compared to vanilla HTML and CSS. Uh, Using a vanilla CSS, we have developed two landing pages, one with vanilla HTML and CSS, and one with React. The two pages look very identical and have the same features. Now, going over the first topic, that's reusability. For each of the four cards in vanilla CSS, they are manually created. That means just copy pasted HTML. So if you want to change the card layout or styling, we need to edit every single instance. There is no way to just update it once and reflect it everywhere. That means there is no reusability, as you can see here, the four cards. In the case of React, we have each card is rendered using the card component inside the landing card.tsx with different data passed via the props. So if we need to redesign the card, or we just change it once and the whole UI updates instantly. So as you can see here, the card information is here and these are edited here. So only this needs to be changed to make a change to the cards. Moving on, we'll talk about the modularity. In case of vanilla HTML and CSS, everything is in one file and lacks modularity. So if we change something like a card color or card structure, we have to touch every single instance manually. There is no central source of truth or reusable layout. As you can see here, this is the HTML and CSS file for it. And everything is contained in a single file. Even though it gives out the same page, it's just less modular in nature. Now moving on to React. We have broken down the page into reusable components, like the landing page and the landing card. So they're just TypeScript functions that return TSX, which makes it more clean, modular, and maintainable. As you can see here, this is the landing page, which calls the landing cards component here, and that displays the cards here. The main benefit for this is if we ever want to add features to our landing page or change something, we can just go to the respective file and make a change from there rather than changing the entire file. The next thing that we would like to talk about is routing. In vanilla HTML and CSS, every navigation link takes a new HTML file. Clicking a link reloads the entire page and resets the scroll position, reloads the styles and scripts, even if the content is mostly similar. So for example, if you click content or about us here, it reloads an entire new HTML page, even though the content, some of the content remains the same, like the header and the footer. In the case of React, here, so while React, we use a client-side routing through libraries like React Router DOM. So this allows us to build a single page application where pages change without full reloads. So as you can see here, if you go to the routes, so if we ever go to, let's say, the landing page, in the landing page, it just calls the landing page function, and that returns the components for it. So we don't create a new HTML or a new CSS file and just call in components that change the single page that exists in React. Now that the quick tutorial and demo is completed, we will move on to the next section. The roles and responsibilities of this team. So for this project, our project manager will be Radia. That will coordinate the team, track our progress, and manage our timelines. For our front end, we have me, Syed Mohammed Abbas Kazmi, and Mohammed Mansoor working on it. For the back end, we have that requires building APIs, business logic, and database operations. We have Radia and Ritika working on it. Database architecture, designing the schemas, tables, or everything in MongoDB would be done by me, Syed Mohammed Abbas Kazmi, and Ritika Banik. For testing and QA of this project, which we'll have test cases and perform user testing. And identifying bugs will be done by Radia Jannat and Mohammed Mansoor. And finally, for the deployment, we will configure Docker and deploy it to AWS. This will require all the team members to work together. Thank you and have a nice day.